Hi everyone, I've not done a video in a while. Sorry about that. I want to talk about finding reasons to do a raw food diet rather than finding reasons not to do a raw food diet or change your diet or incorporate more raw food into your diet. A lot of people, it feels like when you have a look at pages and threads and videos, people find reasons not to do it rather than focusing on the reasons that you should do it or that you should think about doing it. So a lot of the reasons not to do it, sometimes there is fairly easy solutions to that. So people will say that it's too expensive, it's too hard, there's not enough other people doing it. The fruit isn't good, or the food in the supermarkets and everything isn't good. It's difficult to prepare food, and there's lots of other little things like that. Well, instead of looking for the reasons not to do it, which for all those things there's a solution, and you can probably find a solution fairly easily for yourself. But what you want to think about are the reasons to do it that are far more important. And the reasons to do it are things that you can think about yourself, but mostly it's to do with the fact it's so hard to make this simple or make this better, but it's to do with your health. It's to do with the health of your own body, of how you feel, of how you act, of the things that will happen to you in your life. And since I've got into health and got into eating better and eating raw, and I've met all the people that have reversed problems and reversed conditions through doing that, it's amazing to me that people wouldn't do it or are still looking for reasons not to do it. Because I meet people of my own age, and I'm not particularly old, but they've already got pretty severe problems. A lot of people have already got problems. They're going to the doctors a lot, they're taking medication already. Some of them have got conditions pretty much for life, things that are really going to affect them for their whole life. And obviously with older people it's more pronounced, because you see people who have really accumulated a lot of problems over the years, have had a lot of medical work done and who knows what else. And yet despite all that, and to me that's all really scary, and I think sometimes you need to get enough fear to do something. It's scary to me, the idea of getting of having to have body parts removed and things taken out because they're diseased or damaged or don't work anymore. It's scary to me, the idea of giving your power away to be on a medical, a surgical table or something, with trusting someone with your actual life, someone with a knife and a scalpel and everything else, that they're not going to accidentally make a mistake that kills you or disables you for life, and you've put yourself in that position because you didn't take care of yourself. I really think that you should choose to look at what's the real consequence, and a lot of people will also say, well, I eat a lot of raw food, that's enough, or I eat vegan, that's enough. Well, we don't really know. That's the problem. You don't know your own genetics. You don't know what your outcome can be or what certain foods can do to you. And the best thing, to me, the best option is, as much as possible, eat the food that we are best designed to eat, which I think is fruits and vegetables. Not just I think is fruits and vegetables, but that's what our anatomical design, what our physical design would suggest, that fruits and vegetables are the foods that are the most obvious and natural foods for us to eat in a state of nature, in a natural condition. And these are the foods that we should really be focusing on and moving towards. A lot of people in our society are eating meat and dead animals. I think it's pretty clear that humans are not only not designed to eat dead animals, but in no way have any kind of are ill-equipped to eat dead animals, and this diet of eating dead animals and the milk that comes out of them and the eggs that come out of them, that it causes a lot of harm, causes damage, causes disease in people. I think the evidence for that is abundantly clear. If you don't believe that that's the case, then I think that you've just not looked into this information enough. But the evidence is abundantly clear that those foods cause damage, cause harm, and there's at the same time abundantly clear evidence that fruits and vegetables are the healthiest foods. So although in between there's all the cooked vegan stuff, beans and things, I just don't see any food that has to be cooked, has to be damaged to be soft enough to eat and soft enough to digest and to have the toxins removed. Doesn't make sense to me as being a healthy food. It's a food that can be eaten. It's a survival food. It's second best, whatever you want to call it, but it's not fruits and vegetables that are perfectly designed by nature for us to eat, with all the nutrients in place, with all the nutrients intact, without having to damage or heat them or do anything else. So find reasons to move towards a better life, a healthier life. You can be an inspiration for other people. It's not really that hard. You know, there's probably things in your life that you do that other people laugh at you for or think are strange or think are different. We've all got things we do that are different. So this is just another extension of that, I suppose. Moving towards a healthier lifestyle, building communities and finding friends and meeting people that do the same thing. So attending events is an important part of it. But this is about your life, what you'll be able to do with your life. And people are held back by health issues. They're held back. I believe that even the way when people eat food that isn't optimal for them, it dulls their creativity, it dulls their real needs as well. I think they don't really get in touch with their true needs as a person, and there's some kind of blockage there from eating the wrong foods. So raw food can really set you free in many ways, and the only thing to do is to try and make sure you do it right and learn about 80-10-10 diet, or if you want to call it a fruitarian diet, but 80-10-10 is probably the best book to learn with a lot of the information, and that will help you make a change because you'll learn how much to eat, you'll learn the best ways to eat a raw food diet, and you can continue to obviously watch this YouTube channel and get more advice from me as well, and feel free to ask any questions below. But find reasons to do it and not reasons not to do it. Thank you.